Do you know how hard it is to find a church that fits? A church that just fits all your things, like all your needs, and needs you didn't know you had until you realized you were at a church that didn't fulfill that need. I've been church hopping for 2 years, 3 years, a hot minute. First church we visit, really nice people, as usual, all lovely, all sweet. But you have one dinner with the pastor, and let me tell you something, you can tell that he is completely about whatever ministry he ends up in and not in the ministry that he is in now. I can't follow that. I can't follow him, man. I can't follow flesh and blood. I gotta follow the Holy Spirit. That just doesn't mesh. That, and there was a little kid into the children's church that wanted to kill all the children inside the children's church, and no one did anything about it. So, church 2. Have you ever been to a church that you think was probably a really great church several years ago? And it's just running on the coattails of when they were doing really well. It's just like dead. Have you been to a dead church that used to be super alive, but they're like bouncing the corpse around like, no, we're still good. And then we move on to church 3. Church 3 is actually an extension of church from years ago that I loved. Oh, I loved it. I left it to help my dad. And years later, we come back thinking, oh, these other churches didn't work. We're going to go to our good old home. Come back home. And it wasn't home. And I've been the new kid a million times. And this is exactly what it felt like walking into this church that used to be home for forever. Is that time, if you've ever been a new student, when you get to the lunchroom and you try to find some place to sit, and everyone's like, I mean, yeah, you can sit here. Sure. That's what it felt like. So after a while, we leave that and we don't really know what we want. And then by some miracle of the Lord, I run into an old friend who's a pastor's wife that I missed so much. Immediate reconnect. Absolutely so thrilled to see her. Our kids are hanging out. Everything's cool. Everything's wonderful. And then my husband runs into her husband. They reconnect. They love each other. We join the church. And let me tell you what it feels like to find a church that you're actually wanted. That's what I was missing. I didn't want to feel allowed to be there. I wanted to feel wanted. I wanted to feel like you have a place in this home. And if you haven't found that church yet, I pray that for you right now, that a place that feels like home, for you to thrive, for you to worship, for you to be discipled and built up in the Lord, because it is a wonderful feeling.